Hello, everybody. It's been a while since I've streamed, but here I am streaming again on Twitch, I guess. New angle, I lost my other case that usually go on top of my computer. I mean my monitor, but I have a little stand here. So you get this beautiful angle. But yeah. Today's stream will be on D&D, and we're, as you can see in the game description and the little title, we are starting a new campaign with me and my friends. One of them is going to be the GM. The other one couldn't make it today, and be- couldn't make it today. So yeah. So it's just me today playing, and Vito is going to be GMing this campaign. Today's um, session will be the prologue before we start the actual story next week. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna switch over to the game, and I'll let you guys. I'll let Vito introduce himself. Oh, okay. Hey, hey.
Sup, sup. Sorry,
All right.
check on two.
I can hear you. All right. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey guys, name is Vito Gunnhilder, and that's usually my introduction for my YouTube video. I'm a content creator specifically for a game called Conquest: The Last Argument of Kings by a company called Parabellum. It's a tabletop role-playing, well, tabletop wargaming experience. Today I'll be running as DM for two people, but the second person is currently not here.
Yeah. All right. So we have the roll 20 thing, and we'll be. All right.
Right. Well, could you? I'm looking at your stream as well. Would it be possible for you to make me much smaller? Because I think I'm blocking up. Because I already have my icon at the bottom left anyway.
How do I do that?
No, 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 not on the game, but like on your stream. You see, I like how
Oh,
I'm popping up and like lighting up. That's awesome.
yeah, that's the Discord reactive images.
Is it possible to make those reactive images a little bit smaller?
Yes, I can do that. Let me just bloop. Okay, there you go. I'm just gonna put this right here for now.
Okay. All right. So before we get started, I just wanted to ask Nariko,
Mm-hmm.
how long have you played D&D?
I only did one session, I mean, like one campaign, and that is
How
it.
long was that campaign?
About a month or two, like one session per week, though.
Cool. Did you put that on stream as well, or is this the first one that
No,
you're
it
streaming?
was just before I started streaming.
Okay, so in other words, it was more like towards just with friends.
Yes, within the gaming club.
Oh, okay, okay. That sounds awesome. I started DMing about when did I start? Maybe like 2018, 2019. So it's been about 4 years since I've started running D&D on my own. And truth be
Oh.
told, Nari, it's been about a year and a half since I last played D&D. I got caught up with Conquest stuff that I'm making content for. It just drove me off the tabletop role playing scene and just put me into more of a table wargaming stuff.
Oh.
Hmm. Just double checking though. You don't know anything. You've never heard of a setting called Aya, correct? Let me just type it
No,
down. It's EA, Aya. Let me clear up our chat log too.
no, I don't.
Okay. Well, that's the world that we'll be playing on. For those of you guys who want to understand the setting of the D&D setting we'll be playing, it's going to be high fantasy, and there's going to be a mixture of sci-fi. In this world of Aya, in general, there are no such things as guns, but there are things that are similar to guns. For example, faction that you guys might encounter further down the road is known as the Dwegum, the Children of War, and those guys use magma-based projectiles. They're not guns, no gunpowder in this world, but there are things that are similar. What are your
Oh,
expectations for going into our D&D session, Nariko?
um, I am. I just wanted to learn more and just have fun with it and improve my role playing skills. And yeah. So there's not a lot of expectations right now, but I just wanted to have fun. Hit.
Okay, that sounds great. Why did you create your character Mo Giggles? Yeah, just give us the background of your character.
Okay. So it's kind I mean, Mo Giggles is just a little play on more giggles, and I just wanted to have a character that's fun. And plus, I came up with Mo Giggles because I wanted a character that I haven't played yet. So she is a centaur who is a barbarian, and oh, it's okay. I put it as pop out because I don't want to cover up the screen of my, on the map.
Okay, that's totally fine.
So, yeah.
All right.
Uh, yeah. And then
Just
you'll
so you
find
know as
out
well.
more.
Okay. Just so you
Yeah,
know,
I
you don't have to use the Roll20 dice rolling system. Like, if it feels more comfortable for you, you can just go ahead and roll on your desk.
I only have a D20.
That's all you've got? No other dice?
No, cuz I can't find my dice bag within the boxes. So, I was just kind of too lazy to find it.
Okay, fine. Well, let's start. Let's start with something simple first. Do you know how to roll dice on Roll20?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and do something. Show me how you roll dice.
So, I can do slash D6 and then bloop like that. Oh god, okay. But yeah,
All right. Well, starting off strong.
yeah, that's. But I think I can do like D6 plus 4. I think.
Show me. Just so we're on the same page when it comes to. Wow, you keep rolling these ones. I'm not sure about your luck today.
Okay, but yeah, I do know how to roll dice on the Roll20.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to share about Mo Giggles before we get started?
Um, I guess I would like to have it a little bit of a surprise.
Okay. All right. So, in other words, you want to further explore your character as we just go throughout the game.
Yes.
All right. You know, you're one of the first people I've ever encountered who actually want that. Most people that I play with when they create a character, they kind of have like a greater destiny that they've already got in their mind.
But right now, I just want it to be a little surprise. But in the future, I may add more meat to her.
Okay. Who knows too? Maybe you'll die in this prologue. Anyway, without further ado, let's get started.
Okay, let's go. Let's do
Okay.
this.
What you see before you is an arena. It's an all too familiar feeling already. The dusty, craggy theater that rarely sees cleaning. The blood and viscera, test subjects decaying since months ago. The judging imperial eyes of those high above, permeating a heady mask of frustration and disappointment without the need for words. Those who watch it and take notes of the results call it the experimentation stage. But here, deep in the pits, where one's performance is worth more than one's life, this place is only known as one thing: the arena. Go on, horsemeat. The drones have run out of time to set up their defenses. Let's go and see how you pair up today. I'm going to set up the battlefield now for you
All right.
while you think about where you want to enter as your character.
Huh.
Do, 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 do.
All right. So I'll put my character
In this craggy wasteland of an
over here.
arena, you see the drones set up in the middle, well, close to the center. Right around here, a ver, these things are little cliffs created by monstrosities that were fighting here just a few days ago. They picked up dust and lifted up land mass, creating an elevation. Not too high, but still there. And with that same vein, you see over here, right around here. A ver, how do I do the measurement again?
Right here.
You see right around here, this black thing. These are pillars, and high above them are other creatures that are also looking down, trying to see where the enemy is. They seem confused, distraught even. They know that they're fighting a battle, but they don't quite understand where the enemy might be coming from.
Okay.
Anyway, where do you want to deploy? The doors
Uh,
open up and you exit from where?
Hold up. My dad's calling me. Hold up.
Alright, take your time. Hey chat, how are you doing? Oh man, it's been so long since I've used Twitch. I used to do some stuff here too. I was never that big in Twitch, but the first thing I ever recorded was a game called Eternal Return Black Survival. It was really fun because the first time I've ever streamed Twitch was the first time I ever won in that game. If you don't know ERBS, that's how we shorten it down. ERBS is a battle arena, kind of like what I'm showing right now. It's one versus, well, at the time, it was one versus like 18 other people or 20. And it was difficult. It was really difficult, especially with the character I played named Isol. Kid plays with bunch of traps. It's a crafting type game. You craft your weapons, you craft food and such to sustain yourself, even water, because water helps you with stamina. And in that game, playing Isol, he's just not that strong. What you had to do was his entire kit is based around creating extra items called traps, which you could set onto the battlefield. And it's relatively easy to just figure out where the traps are and how to avoid them. You just have to run out of the area of effect. But you know, I just like that character because I played him in Black Survival, the original game. It was the first time I streamed for Twitch and the first time I ever won in that the Eternal Return version. I was so happy. And then I checked the VOD, see how far the recording went. It only recorded as far as I chose ISO. I didn't realize that I had to have a better computer to actually record something on Twitch and keep it there. And I didn't know that Twitch keeps VODs for like, I don't know, like a week maximum. Yeah. That's kind of the reason why I quit Twitch in terms of making a lot more things there. It just went straight for YouTube creation. How do I increase this? Because this shouldn't be there. Oh, and I have to apologize, chat. I'm not the best when it comes to figuring out things on Roll20. Like I said before, it's been a while since last I ran a session or even was a player. Too much stuck in teaching other people how to play Conquest and just having fun with it. If you guys are interested in getting to know the world of Aya, please check out Para, P-A-R-A. I'll write it down on the chat. P-A-R-A, Bellum War Games. Parabellum War Games. I'm not an employee with them, but I just like their product. I like the game. So let me shill for them for a bit, even if it's on someone's stream, I guess. Check them out. It might, if you've been looking for something that's an alternative to Warhammer, or I know that A Song of Ice and Fire is also becoming more popular. The Skyrim one, same company as the people making the models for Warhammer. Those are also getting more popular. In general, I think that fantasy as a wargaming setting is becoming much more popular. I don't really know 40K myself, but I know that sci-fi is kind of like it's moving on to other venues, I think. So yeah, if you ever want to check out a setting that's more down to earth, I say that, but it doesn't even take place on Earth. But more grounded system, whether it's magic and science, with a very interesting genesis, like the world of Conquest, the world of Aya. It has its own genesis story, which is the foundation, literally, for how these factions came to be and their interactions with one another. If you like that kind of thing, a very rich, interesting, fascinating lore-based world, please go ahead and check it out. Pretty sure you won't regret it. If you do, it's not my fault. It's it just wasn't meant to be. Nariko, what time are you coming back? Mm, I kind of wish I had music to put onto this game. I'm playing on the free account, guys. I used to have a subscription yeah, I used to have a subscription, but that was more than a year ago. Honestly, I think that a subscription is good, but it's so pricey. If I was to get a subscription now, I think it would be if I'm actually streaming, because I need to be able to make up the investment that I'm going to put in. How much is a subscription for Roll20 now? Like 30, 40 bucks? Maybe 50? I was thinking of picking up Foundry as well on Steam. At least there, like, you can also build maps much easier. I should have picked it up during the December sales. But again, I hear like it's got another subscription thing. To me, as much as I love tabletop role-playing games, subscription services is just not the way to go. At least it's not feasible for me as a player and as a GM. If I was streaming it, if I was making money off of it, sure, I could definitely see the investment. It would definitely be a good idea. But as a free user, as a person who makes content out of as a hobby, maybe thinking about making it as a side job too, while I continue my studies as a nurse, then I'd be more than happy to invest more into it. That said, I do not have a Patreon. I don't have any means for people to support me financially because I feel like I don't have quite the mm, I don't have the what do you call it, content. I don't have the value that I'm putting into it that would be worth more for people giving back to me. I don't ever want to
Oh,
feel like a yo. What's up, Nari? Sorry, I was just talking aloud.
it's alright. Thank you for entertaining the peoples.
Yeah, even though it's like what, just me.
Yeah, that's okay.
I mean, for the VOD, right? For the VOD.
Yeah, for the VOD, I am back. The
All right,
chair is the back of my chair is back in business. All right.
happened.
Oh, so basically, I was leaning back, and the screw that was holding up the back of my chair broke,
Oh,
and I almost fell out my chair.
all right. Well, so long as you're,
I
safe.
am safe. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So go ahead and choose where you want to deploy. How do I roll for initiative on these guys again?
Uh, roll initiative, or
Yeah. How do I? Yeah. Go ahead and just hit your initiative.
okay. Where's my character sheet? Wee. Okay.
Awesome. Now, how do I turn this into a table? I know there's a way to do that. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and just roll then. So for the first guy, for the blue, I'm gonna go for our D20 plus. How much was it? Blue boys got 11, and then for the pugilist, we have 1, 6, and then for the beers, clubbers, 20 plus 3, and then for the rest of them, D20 plus 3 as well. Okay, so initiative order goes as follows. There was a there was another way to do this. I don't quite remember how.
I don't
Maybe I
even know
should
how to do
definitely
that. It's been a while.
beer throwers followed by clubbers. No, node. No, writhing creature. Followed by how much did you get? An 8.
An 8, yeah.
Why is your roll so crud today?
I don't know, man.
Okay, clubbers
I might use
and
my
pugilist.
actual D20.
All right, cool. So this is the initiative order. I don't know why it's written in this way. But first will be the spear throwers, followed by the writhing creature, which is the blue,
Mm-hmm.
clubbers, and the pugilist. The the spears, after they see you march through they see you trot through and clippity clop your way from the north. They point towards you and they let out a strange humming noise that even you could hear from this distance. All the forces turn towards your direction. But yeah, all the forces turn towards your direction and they prepare for battle. The writhing creature calls out a command, and everyone immediately makes a movement towards you, like this. The spear thrower down in this location maintains their position, and these ones also just move up a little bit closer. Next up is you.
Alright. So I shall move my character. So, how for the hexagons, how is it like 5 feet per?
Yes.
Okay, I might.
What you can just do is like this, just measure like that.
Okay.
They see you, and as they brace, they don't quite realize how fast you could be. Just saying.
Oh yeah, that's still true. So, uh, hmm.
These palisades that you see before you do provide protection against foes, for the foes, but
Mm-hmm.
only if you are striking from nearby. So if you were to go through like right over here, This would
Yeah.
be an open spot that the palisade doesn't protect you. They didn't know they'd be fighting against just one person. They created these things just in case they had to take cover.
Okay. I'll move over here then. And then I'll use. I'll use my axe. Alright. To
All right,
attack.
go ahead.
Boop.
You're not going to use your rage yet. Interesting.
Not yet.
All right. So will you enter your rage?
No.
Okay, cool. So galloping at a relatively fast trot, you go around the arena, taking a look at your foes and noting their positions. There doesn't seem to be anyone else in the area. So concluding that you have every foe in sight, you charge in. And with your bad axe, you go and swing towards one of the clovers. An 18 will definitely hit. The clover raises his arms, trying to block you. There isn't even a shield for this guy. You break right through, and he is utterly decimated, cleaved in twain from shoulder to hip.
Boo.
I'll put an X on him. There we go. Seeing that the comrade is dead, the others immediately brace for further impact. Do you have any more moves or actions to do?
So, do I have an. I can do the extra attack.
You do have an extra attack. You're level 5, aren't you?
Yes. With. Mm-mm-mm-mm. So, for the. Do I have to be close by to in order to like use the um close range?
Yes. If you
Okay.
check your attacks, it should tell you melee 5 feet. There are some weapons that do allow you for 10 feet. Those are reach weapons. But currently, what you're wielding, the bad axe, is
Yeah.
not a reach weapon.
Okay. Uh. Right. I'll. I guess I'll end my turn. I mean, yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Taking it easy, you decide to terrorize those inside the fort. Also, something that you notice, while you are a terrifying presence after having destroyed one of their troops, this creature in particular seems to be in pain. It's writhing around as if something is crawling inside its body. Compared to everyone else, this thing is about a foot taller than its companions, and it's bloated beyond means that you would ever think. It seems to be carrying like the mass of its torso barely on its two legs, but it's still commanding these troops, and it has some kind of sinister means. It has sinister intentions towards you.
Hmm.
Because of its command, the rest of its troops are no longer able to do their movement, so we're going back to the top of the initiative order. The spear throwers are going next. The spear throwers will take aim. Let's see if they can actually hit you. Because of their height, I'm going to give them advantage on the shot, but because they're firing at long range for their spears, the advantage and disadvantage close out.
All right.
Alright, spear thrower number 1 will be doing its attack. D20. Actually, I'll just group them all together. All three of them will be doing their attacks. D20, or 3D20. 3D20. And then I'll just figure it out from there. 16, 18, and 13, plus their additions 1, 2, and 3. 19 will hit, 21 will hit, and 16 will hit. Your AC is 14.
All right.
All right. So with the spears thrown by these creatures, these spear throwers, they will be doing a certain amount of damage. It will be D6, 3d6 -1. They deal 9 wounds towards you.
Okay.
Picking up the, you realize that some of these troops don't have spears of their own or any weapons, and you realize that up there they have a surplus of the rest of the weapons that they have. This commander of theirs must have decided that they should rely on their archers, their ranged troops, to do as much damage as possible. And I think it was a good
Oh.
gamble because these guys and their 5 spears or so, they've managed to deal 9 wounds towards you with just spending one of their ammunition.
Oh.
Yeah, you're not fighting. You're fighting against mindless creatures, but if they have a commander, they will be able to at least do something against you. Otherwise, it's literally nothing.
All right.
Next up is the writhing creature. He moves up towards you and he's going to attempt to grapple. So this is a strength test. You can choose dexterity to get out of it, but I recommend you use strength. It's a straight d20 plus your strength modifier.
All right.
He got a 17, by the way. That's pretty good.
Okay. My D20. Let's go. I got a 13, and then my strength is a 6. So,
You have a
wait.
+6 on your strength?
No, wait. Is it? Wait. Strength.
Your
Strength.
strength is a +3.
+3. Okay.
So what did you roll?
13.
13 plus 3 is 16. Okay, well, I didn't expect this to happen, but the writhing creature has managed to grab onto you and will be dragging you just a little bit further up. So you're just moving one up with him.
Okay.
Yeah, you hear a strange ticking sound. Almost as if there's a clock going off. It's your
Oh.
turn.
Oh, okay. So, mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Okay.
You could try
So,
to break off as an action, but I do recommend that you rage because at least when you're raging, you have advantage on strength checks, which include these tests.
alright. Yeah, I'll use my rage and then try to break off.
Okay. Furious at being grabbed by this bipedal, ugly creature, and also hearing the ticking sound, you desperately try to get away. You enter your rage, and you have the Cheshire smile now as well.
Yes. Oh, I forgot about that. Heh. Let's see. Uh uh uh.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
I'll.
be back in about 3 minutes. Someone's calling me to do something, so I'll
Okay.
be back in about 2 minutes.
So, I have. Okay. So I'll use my rage and then maybe use my Cheshire grin. So basically, it is a. Uh, I can. When I use my reckless attack feature while raging until the start of my next turn, I can. If I take damage from an attack, you can use your reaction to move up to 10 feet without provoking opportunity attacks. Okay, and then uh, in addition, when your rage ends, you can choose to inflict the same malicious grin upon another creature. Choose a creature within 30 feet can, that can see you. The target must make a wisdom saving throw. Okay. So, reckless attack. What is. Okay, when you make your first attack on your turn, you can decide to attack recklessly. Doing so gives you advantage on melee weapon. Okay. But attack rolls against you have.
Alright, I'm back.
Alright,
Sorry about that.
it's all G.
Alright, cool. So where are we again? What do you
So,
think you're going to enter your rage and you're going to try to break out?
yes.
Alright, cool. Go ahead and roll.
Alright,
He's got a 15. That's pretty good. Excuse me, it
so.
should be a 16.
Bloop, 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 bloop. It fell off the. Okay. I got a 17.
You got a 17. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Is that with advantage or without?
Oh, without.
And don't forget, in this for the chat, the way we're using inspiration is that it guarantees you an advantage. Even if you were previously at a disadvantageous situation, it will automatically give you an advantage to whatever you're rolling. Anyway, you were saying?
I got a 17.
All right, cool. If that's the high of the two, then awesome. For your action, you do manage to break off the grapple, and the creature, the ticking starts to slow down a bit, but you could see that the creature is visibly in pain as it tries to hold back whatever it is doing.
Huh.
What else are you going to do? A grapple is considered an attack action, or at least I'll rule it as such, so you can use your extra attack.
Alright. I'm curious. So I'm gonna use. I'll use my axe again.
Okay,
And yeah.
go ahead. Try and see if it hits. Okay, 23 will definitely hit. You'll do 8 damage.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Well, that's really cool because he's one shot away from dying.
Ah! This
Yeah, he had
one?
9 health. Okay,
Okay.
I did an average. I'm like, okay, on average, you should be able to do this much. I can't believe my prediction worked. You were just slightly above average. I gave him that much health. Awesome. All right.
Alright. Alright.
Well, the ticking continues as your axe cleaves onto its shoulder. The massive writhing flesh opens up and pus comes seeps through the wound. It smells slightly like gasoline. Excuse me, there's no gasoline in this world. It smells slightly like uh what's it called? Yeah, I guess carbonated gas. Here in the depths of these caverns, you've smelled it before in the mines of other creatures that are not exactly here to fight, but are there for other means. And the menial workers do from time to time encounter these gaseous materials. And you, having smelled it, it smells very strongly of this writhing creature.
Oh.
And then following up with that, after your action, the rest of the team starts swarming in. The pugilists are, well, actually the clubbers. Where's the clubbers? There's only one left. The clubber comes over here and takes advantage of its captain's initiative by swaying towards you.
Oh.
its club is about the size of just like um it's not even really a club, it's more like a rock in its hand,
Okay.
but it's hoping to do more than enough to knock you unconscious. It has 11 on the shot. What's your armor class?
Uh, 14.
Okay. It swings towards you with its very, very crude rock hammer, and without even batting an eye, you kick out a leg, pushing it back. It doesn't hurt it at all, but it's enough to keep it off you for the attack. And then for the rest of its team, the other pugilists will try to swarm you. They're going to do a group attack. First,
Oh.
all of them will try to. All of them have one purpose. Seeing as their weapon is taken away, the only thing they could think of is grapple you and try to pull you to the ground as a means for the rest of their team to swarm and pepper you with spears. And so you're going to go through 3 strength checks. But for the first one, if you succeed, you reduce your strength by 1 for the next test. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So for the first pugilist, oh shoot, d20 plus 1. It's got a 20. Okay, you're gonna have to roll your strength. Roll your strength check.
Okay.
Yeah, normally.
So, from the skills section or
No, from your attributes.
attribute? Oh.
Just roll. Click on strength if you want to do that, or if you want to roll a d20.
Okay. Mm, mm. You know what? I'll just use my D20.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's see. A
Remember, you're still
19.
raging, so you should have advantage.
I got a 19.
Okay. For the first one, it tries to go for your it tries to mount you. Like
Mm-hmm.
go on top of you almost MMA style. It's just doing what it knows it could do. And since you're a rather big creature compared to it, it's trying to get onto your back. You manage to fling it off.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. For your neck, but because it's still taking your attention away, you will have a -1 to your strength check for the
Mm-hmm.
next grapple. So go ahead and roll your strength, but might subtract 1. Okay, well it's got a 7.
I got an 8. Minus 1
Okay.
is 7.
All right. And then for the last one, do the same thing except you have a -2. Wow, okay. These guys don't make it.
At 12. Oh, 10.
Okay, cool. All 3 of them are going after you. One went for the back, the other went for your hind legs, and the other one went for your front legs. Despite their despite their swarming methods, you being the much more powerful, more well taken care of fighter, easily pushed them off. You're currently free, but you're completely surrounded, which means
Oh.
that yeah, I'll rule it so that if you try to get away from them, it'll cost you an extra 4 feet per 1 foot of movement.
Okay.
So that yeah, so divide your movement by 4 essentially. That's how far you can move maximum until you get out of their range. All right, so that's the end of the round. Next up would be the spear throwers. The spear throwers have a very small range. Well, actually, never mind. They're able to hit you. This one over here will move over to the edge of the cliff and does its best to also fire into you. But because they'll be firing through their allies, they're going to take a disadvantage.
Alright.
The 3d20 and yeah,
Failed.
and then do it again. 3d20. How do I don't quite remember the rolling cheats. All right, so for the first guy gets a 7. He will not be able to hit you at all.
Mm-hmm.
The second guy will get a 13. 13 doesn't hit you either. And then the last one also gets a 13. As they throw their spears, each of them barely miss their own comrades, but they definitely don't hit you.
Okay.
Feeling frustration, they do take their spears and move down, trying to get a better angle.
How many spears do they have left? Or
They
is
should
it
have around. They should probably have a couple more.
okay?
Yeah. And finally, the node guy over here, the writhing creature. One more time. Well, rather than actually trying to grab you, it seems to be writhing in pain, and then it just clutches its chest. The ticking sound increases. Above, in one of the seats high above you, you see at the corner of your eye, one of the masters, a patron of the arena, lean over his chair and into the balcony with a strange smile on his face. He seems to be the master of this writhing creature. And then he snaps his
Oh.
fingers.
Oh no.
The sound travels, and as if given a command, the writhing captain leaps towards you and is going to attempt to blow himself up.
I knew it. Okay.
All right. This will deal you damage regardless of whether or not you save it.
Okay.
But if you save this, you will be dealt only half damage. So roll for me your Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Uh. 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 Uh.
Check your rage. I don't remember if it gives you advantage on that either.
Rage. Okay. Advantage on strength checks and strength saves.
This is going to be considered bludgeoning damage, by the way.
Ah. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not magical. It's not going to be a magical damage.
Bludgeoning. How do I do that?
Okay, well, if you don't save this, it'll deal 55 wounds towards you.
Okay. 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 I'll do my rage thing with the saving throw. Okay. Wait. 55. Okay. 55. Okay. Uh, 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 uh. Oh. I got a 9.
You got a 9? Wait a minute, doesn't... You're... Okay, remember, you can always spend your inspiration if you so choose.
Yes, I'll use my... I'll use my inspiration. So, um... for that one...
I mean, I don't think it's going to kill you. This encounter is definitely like 2 levels below your what you should be expecting.
Okay.
Yeah, I did not make this encounter to be lethal at all. It's supposed to be challenging. That's about it. Challenging for a newbie.
Okay. I'll use my inspiration.
Okay, go ahead and roll again. But this time you'll be taking it. Since you've already rolled the first time, you won't be
Okay.
having advantage. You'll just take the next roll.
Ah!
What'd you
That's
get?
a 1.
Okay,
Ah!
well, it's a
Okay.
good thing there's no such thing as a critical failure on
Okay.
saving throws. Yes, don't worry. I'm not going
Uh,
to guarantee your death right now. All
okay.
right. The creature blows up, and the last thing you see before you're temporarily blinded is flames and flames engulfing you. But it's more of the concussion, really, because it's not the flames that hurt during this explosion. In fact, you're pushed back about this far when this thing finally goes off, and everything here dies. They're all
Oh.
dead.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Right beneath you, you see a miniature crater, actually. It's about 3 feet deep, but
Mm-hmm.
that's everything that's left there. The crowd goes silent, and for the first time in a while, maybe it's because of the ringing in your ears, you hear nothing but the noise of just the noise of writing stopping. Anyway, those
Oh.
guys are dead. You take A total of 27 because of your resistance.
So I have
So you'll take 27 because
27.
you're yeah. When you're a raging barbarian, you have resistance to physical damage. So you take half of whatever this was. Half rounded up, so it should be 28 actually. You want me to do your health for you?
I got it.
Okay.
28. Okay.
Yep, take 28.
Oh,
If you click on your token, you see the
there you
green.
go.
Okay. You should be at 26.
Oh, yeah. Okay, 26.
Nariko, come on. I thought you graduated.
My brain is not functioning right now.
Totally get it. As a war gamer, we do a bunch of quick maths, so I'm used to it, but Anyway, it's your turn. After the heroic noble sacrifice of the catabolic node, that's what this guy's called, this blue thing.
Yeah.
Its official name is catabolic node. I'll write it down in your enemypedia in a bit.
Okay.
After its death, these creatures over here seem to be frozen up. Whatever courage they had flees from their eyes. It's your turn, though.
All right. So after like defeating the spear peoples, am I able to check the crater afterwards?
Are you sure you want to check the crater now? You're in the middle of a battle.
No, like after.
Here, I'll draw like a circle right over here. There you go, crater.
Okay. Let's see.
I'll put down words to it too.
So I'll do, since they're all dead,
There you go.
I'll go all the way over there, I guess. For
The palisade is still standing, and
oh
it's not
yeah,
like
oh
it's
yeah,
small.
oh yeah, that's true.
If you want to try jumping over it, you can definitely do so. It's just a skill check.
Hmm. Okay, I'll
It'll
jump
cost you an
over it.
action though.
Oh
Yeah,
wait,
yeah.
oh okay, okay. I still have an extra, um, action too. So I'll try to jump over the.
Okay, you have an extra attack. That means that if you use an attack action, including a grapple action, you get to attack again. It's not an extra action.
Oh, okay. So, do you want me to like do the check thing for the jumping over the wall?
Yeah, sure. If you want to do so, what's your character's height?
Uh,
6'8". Just 6'8". Okay. 6'8" plus your strength. All right, you should be able to clear it if you roll for me a d6.
okay.
If you get a 2 or higher, you should be able to clear it.
Woo, 6.
Oh, okay. Gallantly and elegantly, this warrior horse moves up towards the palisades and like a painting of old, leaps over it easily, flawlessly. Okay,
Woo.
you clear the palisade, easy. Are you going to continue moving forward?
Yeah, a
Go
little
ahead.
bit. Yeah, over here, and then, uh, I shall. Let's see. Uh, uh, uh. Uh, uh, uh. 80 feet. So I shall use my cross crossbow. Yeah.
All right, cool. So withdrawing your battle axe, putting it on your side, sheathing it essentially. You pull from your back your crossbow,
All right.
which already has a loaded bolt on it. Just so you know, you only have a few bolts. You're not allowed to carry that many. So,
Okay.
all right, you got a 9. 9 is not enough to hit these guys, unfortunately. You fire at one of the drones, and the drone standing there, still as a horse, still as a frightened kitten, doesn't even move as the bolt grazes its cheek and strikes the wall behind it. You barely missed. Maybe it's because you're trying too hard to look cool jumping over a palisade.
Okay. Uh, okay. Hmm. Yeah, I'll just end my turn after that embarrassing scene.
All right. From above, you take a sniff and you could definitely smell something different. The creature that you saw leaning over over the wall seems to be shouting something towards its drones. And the drones, frozen in fear though they were, at the start of this round, they start making jerky movements as if trying to fight something. And then their aggression lets loose. And now they've gone into melee mode. So for this round, they'll be trying to get towards you and stab you to death. They smell like fear, but it's like they're driven beyond their instincts to do something that they shouldn't be doing at all. You could tell that they want to run, but it's the pheromones that cause them to attack. So I'm going to roll 3d20, and they have 3 to their addition. Okay, so the 15 will hit, definitely. Becomes an 18. One of the 3 creatures stabbing at you, you manage to block away the rest just by sweeping your arms or just dancing away, but one manages to hit you in the soft belly. You take,
Oh.
let's see, d4, d6 minus 1. Shoot.
Oh.
3. No, not that much.
Oh.
Okay, you take 1 damage. Nice.
Okay. So 25.
Mhm. Being a barbarian means that you've got abs like steel. And as the spear grazes into your belly, it stops before it even hits your organs. Rather, you stare impassively at it, and it looks back in fear. Your turn.
Hmm.
You have an AoE attack, by the way.
A AoE attack?
Area of effect. It means that if it attacks all around you,
Oh, okay.
your hooves,
Oh, oh, okay.
shock and all.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'll use my shock and all for my attack. All right.
Awesome. Okay, so you hit with 17 each of these creatures, and you deal 10 damage. You you rear up on your hind legs, and you crash down with your hooves, immediately crushing this one in front of you. Its
Mm-hmm.
head destroyed, trampled beneath your hooves, and the others, as you buck and kick, suffer the same fate. This one over here is kicked back. And this one on the other side specifically tries to run, but you manage to catch it with an arm and it goes flying, hitting the pillar and then just lying there broken.
Oh.
Well, the enemies have fallen. All around you, the silence of the arena is deafening. And then you start hearing again the sound of scratching and scritching as people start taking the results. There is no glory in this arena. All around you is the viscera of those who may have fought a day before you entered, may have been fighting here just today. They definitely seemed a bit more well coordinated than those that you fought before. Specifically this guy right here.
Yeah.
You look up again and you see the master of these drones. He seems to be laughing in mirth, and he walks away waving his hand behind his back. The smell of pleasant roses uh, flowing down from where he came from. He didn't care about his resources. All he wanted were the results, and whatever it was he was looking for, he got it.
Oh.
Is there anything you want to do in this arena before the guards arrive to take you back?
I shall check the crater.
Okay,
Boop.
go ahead. What do you want to? What are you looking for in that crater? It's about Okay, you look at the crater. It's about 3 feet deep, and honestly, for an explosion that devastating that you felt, the concussion still ringing in your ears somewhat, but not affecting your combat capabilities at all. You feel like it was less harmful to you than it was to the actual organic matter around you.
Oh. Okay. I want to check the silver thing that you mentioned earlier.
Sulfur? I said that this creature over here
Oh.
smelled like propane. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, concentrated propane. Honestly,
Okay.
but was there anything you were looking for in particular that I could help you out as a DM to like
Um.
understand?
Hmm. Um. No.
Was there anything?
No.
Okay, okay. Sorry, I didn't hear you. I thought you said, "Oh." Anyway, before the guards come by to bring you back to the where the gladiators would also be resting, you do so on your own. How do you feel after killing these test subjects?
Um. I feel like that it's strange that there was someone that was controlling them in a way. But more of but uh I do feel like worn out and a little bit suspicious.
Okay. Well, just so you know, you have been here for several years. It's up to you how long those years were or how they felt for you. But the fact is that you have been here for quite a while now. Just giving like a height difference because you should know exactly like what they kind of look like to you. As you walk into the gladiators resting lobby, one of the guards nods towards you. It's the same one that you've seen several times already. You figured out by now that he's kind of the person who takes care of the victorious gladiator. A trauma team rushes past you to go pick up the remains of the drones that you've slain. After all, as much as they are spendable to the masters up above, they're still resources, and they can use the biomass to create more. Anyway, the guard, the captain of the gladiators guard, nods towards you and says, "Your master is waiting. He says to go back to the room. You might be getting extra tips, notes. He wants to talk to you."
Alright. I shall go see my master then.
Okay. The master is waiting for you at the room. You enter, you go down the hallway, up and down a few flight of stairs, and then for the rest of the path, it's just another upward staircase. Circular one, spiral staircase, until you finally reach a tower within this underground cavern. And in this tower is a room filled with strange devices that you still can't really comprehend what you're seeing. There's a table about the size that would fit this 7-foot man. There's also tools, scalpels, and beakers, and the like. A heat source nearby that provides an eerie yellow gloom to this place. You've only been here several times, maybe 6, maybe a dozen. It's been so long since you remember the outside world that it kind of blended in with this place. The master is standing by his desk, waiting for you. What do you say?
Uh, Hello, master. I have arrived. Is uh, I have arrived. A little bit hurt, but I did win the fight.
Indeed, you did. I was not quite expecting you to be so weak in our fight today. Why did you let it grab onto you and unleash its hellfire onto your pure, innocent body?
But I don't care. Oh wait. But
The master looks at you with disdain in its eye. It has only. Okay, so this to describe the master. Yep,
okay.
he's a man of science, a man of progress, a man of many faces. He stands tall at more than 7 feet high, though the regalia he wears might attribute to. And of his regalia, his violet robes are made of a strange gossamer silk that reaches past the floor, sweeping outwards from there. A chest carapace expands his torso, giving the impression of a much bigger, perhaps more muscular, person. And a one-eyed mask of satin cloth obscures his face, like bandages to hide wounds, or a hideous visage. The velvet glove speaks with a soft, breathy voice. Anyway, he seems really mad at you. If he's ever been mad at you ever before.
I'm sorry, sir. I won't let it happen again. It's just I was not in my mindset today when I was fighting.
Test subject 703. How many times have you said this excuse?
So many times, but it is a little bit hard to fight so many at once again. I won't let that happen again.
He looks at you for a moment, looks at your wounds, takes something from his table. It seems to be some kind of circular object. Puts his finger in it, and from his fingers you see strange gooey green substance. It also glows, almost like with neon light. He approaches you, and though his touch is extremely cold, almost like a corpse, the ointment he's putting onto your body, covering the burns that you've received, is surprisingly gentle and warm. The velvet glove, the name of your master, speaks again. I can never stay too mad at you. You are, after all, my favorite. Test subject 703, how are you feeling with the experimentation state?
Well, it, it is improving. It's improving it's improving my own game, but and having all the strength and stuff. But it is a little bit hard to keep up with everything.
And what do you mean, but you cannot keep up with everything?
It's just I don't want to do this anymore. I've been here for so many years, and I don't want to live on the edge whenever I go into the arena.
What do you mean? Have you not gotten stronger? Have you not become a champion in these arenas, as you call them?
Yes, but I am tired of fighting for my life, and I do want to do something else other than this.
So you mean to say you are not satisfied
I
with serving as my test subject anymore?
I will never be satisfied.
And here I thought that I understood you. I thought I understood that you wanted strength, that you wanted power, but perhaps I was mistaken. He finishes appointing the ointment onto your body. You already start feeling much better. Actually, go ahead and restore your maximum health back.
Okay.
Yeah.
54.
Indeed, I think I may have miscalculated. No, no. Pardon my words. I do not think. I know. After all, a living creature such as yourself, it should never be shackled to a place such as this. In fact, let me bless you with one last thing, my my test subject. What was your name again? It has been years.
My name is Mo. Mo Giggles.
Yes, more, more. Yes, more. I shall have to endeavor to perhaps have a clone remember that for me. Anyway, Mo, please indulge me this one last time. Lie down on that bed over there. This will be your final augmentation, my final gift to you.
Okay.
All right. So, moving on to the next scene. By the way, how do you feel about this guy? Just double checking that we're on the same page. That I'm
I
not
don't
like,
like him.
why not?
Because it's just a gut feeling.
Okay. So we're
Well,
moving on to here.
okay.
Do you see darkness?
Still, yes.
All right, here. Let me give you light.
Yay!
From the darkness into the cell. Yay! Okay. It's been it's been a few days since the last time you entered the arena. And true to his word, the Velvet Hand seems to not be asking you to take part in the experimentations anymore. In fact, in these last 3 days, you've been getting extra rations, just a little bit more, but it's you feel like your strength is returning to you naturally.
Mm.
You still feel lean, you still feel like you're hungry all the time, but not quite as starving anymore. In fact, you've been getting more muscle tone, which is good.
Mm.
But you're still stuck in this one cell with just this one bed and mesh. Mesh chains pretty much keeping you in there. You're allowed to enter and exit whenever you please, unlike your other companions, which are also in other cells nearby you. They can't exit. They can't exit. They can't do anything unless it's with permission from one of the guards.
Mm.
What do you plan on doing in your cell? Or if you want to leave, do you want to explore somewhere?
I'll go exploring.
All right. Well, I'll put you right here to signify that you're not inside your cell. Anyway, you're outside of your cell. All around you, in this one room where other gladiators are, they're also put inside, let's say, an 8 foot by 8 foot cell
Mhm.
with pretty much the bed being there. It's elevated at about 3 feet above the ground. So everyone is put on what looks like almost like a an exhibition of animals. You're the only centaur there in particular, but there are other creatures.
Mm.
Some of them human, some of them not. There are a few. This is the first time you've ever seen human outside of your village, as far as you can recall. But there's one next next to you. Seems to be extremely young, and this humanoid child is almost always just huddled on the corner. For some reason, when they're called out to fight, they always return. So you don't know what the deal is with this one child. And then another creature in the cells nearby reminds you of a certain someone. It's a satyr, but unlike the one that you know, this one is a goat man. And he seems to just be out of it. Rather than asking for rations, he asks for mead. And honestly, he hasn't been moving for like days now, so you're not sure what happened to him.
Mm.
Yeah, it's just a big room full of other cells. There is a door leading to the outside world. Well, outside of this room.
Is there a guard by the door?
Yes, there's a guard. There's always a guard on the door.
Okay. Hmm. Hmm.
Anything else you want to look at? Also, you have with you since you're considered a veteran fighter, you do have more than just your bed inside the cell. You have your backpack with certain items on it. Like your quill, whatever it was that you chose for your magical item.
Yeah.
The unfortunate thing is you didn't ask for paper either, so
Oh yeah, that's true. But it did say that it can write on any surface.
where is it writing on you?
Yes and no.
Okay, cool. So you've got a personal tattoo maker. Anyway, what are you going to do outside of the cell?
Um.
The guard looks at you as like its eyes are completely trained on you. You're the only threat right now. You
I
haven't tried it before, but you don't know if you should try to challenge a guard.
I was gonna challenge the guard.
You want to challenge a guard?
Yes.
How are you going to do it? Describe how you're going to do this.
Okay. So I would charge at the guard and use my uh hose to try to knock him out.
Okay, let me describe the guard for you first. The
Okay.
guard is 6 foot tall, definitely smaller than you. But his left hand is not a hand at all. It's a gigantic shield, slightly taller than it. So the shield is about 6 foot 6. And in his right arm, he holds a scythe. Well,
Okay.
it's more like a curved blade. It's sheathed right now, but that gigantic shield is always there.
Hmm. I'll try to knock that out of his hand. Or. Since that's the only. And my hooves are the only thing that I
Okay,
can't use. I'll try to knock it out of his hands.
all right, go ahead and do your charging attack. You can't make a straight line towards him. You're gonna have to go around several of the cells, but
Okay.
you can definitely reach him from where you are. The guard immediately, already alerted to the fact that you might be a threat, immediately puts a shield up the moment he sees you running towards him. But anyway, go ahead, do your thing.
So roll a d20, yeah? Or.
Go ahead, yes, with your
Okay.
strength and proficiency.
Okay. I got a 10.
All right, is that a total?
Um, so proficiency bonus with strength. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. I got 16.
All right. You don't hit this guy. This
Ah.
guy's armor class is higher, much higher than that. The
Well, I
guard
tried.
absorbs your blow. Okay, you still have your extra attack. He absorbs the initial charge, grunting from the impact, but managing to shove you off. You still have an extra attack.
Uh, I'll try to knock it out again.
All right. Oh, you're going to try to disarm him?
Oh, wait. What did he have again?
He has in his left hand a gigantic shield that's 6 inches taller than him, and he's
Okay.
6 foot tall. And
Yeah.
in his right hand, sheathed by his side, is a club, a curved club.
Okay. I'll try to disarm him again.
Okay, you're going to try to disarm his shield.
Yes.
All right, you can try. It'll just be a strength check against his own.
Okay.
All right, well, he's rolling. He got a 12.
Oh. Oh. I. I got a 5. That's the total.
Okay, well, the guard sees you. Uh, you move towards the guard, trying to pry off its shield arm. But the guard grunts, and as you wrap your hands around the shield, you realize, wait a minute, this this feels like flesh. And that's when you realize, Mo, the shield is part of its arm. It's embedded in him.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can't pry this thing off. Well, the guard sees your act of insubordination and starts striking you down. First attack critically hits. All right, let's see what damage it does. Let's see. Let's 2d6 plus 6, 5, 4. Okay, so for his initial strike, he deals 16 damage towards you, and at this
Okay.
point, you didn't say you were raging, so he clubs
Yeah.
you over the head with 16, and then he attacks you again with his own extra attack. D20 plus 6. 17 will also hit you. 2d6 4. For another 10, and then as a bonus action, because of his quick movements, he shoves his shield up into your face and bashes your nose in, drawing blood, hopefully. Which would be d20, 6, 4. Right, 15 will hit. This one would be d8, 6. Dealing 11 damage. You're already down by half of your hit points. Just by this guy striking you down with a club and a shield. You're sent sprawling, but you manage to get up quickly before it becomes a disadvantage to you. And he continues to imperiously watch over the door. He doesn't march towards you. He's just holding his ground. Are you going to continue to provoke him?
No, I'll leave. Goodbye.
All right. Well, this guard smashes the shield and his club together, going boom, 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 and then screeches at you, going, "Come on, you coward! You gonna come? You gonna go?"
Meh. I'll find another way.
All right. Well, immediately as soon as your aggressive pheromones uh, get away from his nose, the guard seems to become completely placid, super freaking calm. And then he goes back to his guard position, crossing his arms, sheathing his club, watching the door. But his eyes are trained on you the entire time. Well, what are you gonna do? You gonna go back to your cell? Or are you gonna go talk to the other
Um,
gladiators?
I'll talk to the kid.
Okay. You go towards where the human kid is. You can't tell if the kid is male or female. Just a child. Definitely a child, as far as you can tell from what you've heard in stories. Curled up in a ball, watching everything through half-lidded eyes.
Hmm. Hey there. I've noticed that you were here and heard stories about you. I just wanted to know a little bit more about you and be your friend.
A voice nearby, by the child's cell, answers. It's a voice that you haven't heard too often, because last time you heard his voice, he was not wounded, but now he is. And you hear a gruff voice saying, "Don't bother, Mo. That one's not gonna talk."
What happened?
You look at the cell, and it's one of your. Okay, friend is a strong word, but it's a gladiator you've become acquainted with. It's one of the few guys that you fought with together rather than against
Yeah.
that your master seems to own as well. So you could consider him as part of your team, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's a clone. So unlike the drones that you've beaten, which didn't have sentience, a clone does. And this clone in particular, you're not sure what's wrong with him. Why would the master throw him away? He just seems like a relatively kind guy. Looks almost like the guard at the front, except his arms are normal. His feet are normal. He's just 5'8" and wounded on the side. Anyway, the figure with a mask with his mask on, also with a one eye, almost similar to your master. He looks at you and he opens his mouth, saying, "No one talks to us. That kid in particular, man, they can, they've got something to them, man. Kicked me right in the side. It hurts. How you been, Mo? How you been?" I'm sorry. Did
I've
you hear
been.
that?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, cool.
I just been healing up and taking a break from all this fighting.
You don't
And
just take breaks, Mo.
I know
Who gave you permission?
the master did.
Wow. Hell of a luck right there. Hey,
Yeah.
listen. Uh,
What's up?
he motions you to get closer. Hey, so I I see you trying to attack that guard. You feeling antsy? Think you want to
Yes.
get out of here?
Yes. I want to go back to my family.
How you plan on doing that, Mo?
I don't know. I don't know, man. But I do need some help.
You know what, Mo? Master ain't healing me. This wound on my side, it's been festering. I don't think I got much. I don't think I've got long to live. Yeah, I'm not asking for your tears. Don't save that stuff from. Don't even try. You don't like me. I don't like you. We're just two losers put into situation. Am I right?
I like you. I just need to find a way to heal you up.
You like me. She says she likes. Anyway, he looks away wistfully. For a clone, this is the most you've ever seen any clone at all, like actually show emotion. You're starting to get why maybe the master did throw him out. These high elves are supposed to be emotional, or at least they're supposed to be cold and calculating. But this one is the warmest you've ever seen. It occurs to you, you never asked for his name, by the way.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to ask, but what is your name?
You really want to know?
Yes.
Well, okay. My name. Never had one. But I guess you could call me Test Subject 609. Or, you know what? Just call me 6.
6. Nice to meet you, 6. And I'll.
The heck is this? We're getting to know each other now that I'm about to die, huh?
Let
Alright,
me.
Mo, listen up.
Okay.
Sorry. Like I said, I don't got much time. I was talking with some of the buds. I can't get them to, you know, emote like between us, but I think some of them want to get out of here too. So I had a plan. It's going down tonight. I wasn't gonna tell you because I thought that maybe, since the master likes you a lot, you'd be in his pocket, but I can trust you with this, right?
Yes.
All right. So in about 300 hours, make sure you're ready. Heal up. Don't want you being hurt.
Alright. I'll be there.
The symbol's gonna be real easy. I'm going to antagonize the kid. The kid's going to blow up a hole. Let's all get out of here.
Okay.
All right. Do you want to skip over to nighttime or to 300 hours?
Yes.
Okay. At the culmination of this scene, it takes in the 3 hours that you're able to heal up. You're not going to be able to heal up to max. You took what? How much damage did you take? 11, 16.
37?
Wait, no, 11, 21 with 16 is 37. You've taken 37 wounds, so you're at 17. I'll go ahead and write that down. You're at 17 health now. Pretty much a stiff breeze could knock you down if you're not raging. So you gotta be careful during this escape. Click on click on short rest for me on your character.
Alright. Bloop.
Did it ask you for how much you want to spend for hit dice?
No.
Really? Okay.
I clicked on it.
All right, cool. Well, how many of your hit dice do you want to spend? You have 5d12. This is how much you're going to be healing back up.
I'll use 2.
Okay. Roll for me 2d12. And then add your constitution modifier, and that's how much health you'll get back.
And
Okay.
then
Roll another d12. Your constitution modifier is only 2?
I think I
It's
meant to put
4.
I meant to like put 2d2 instead of +2 on accident.
It's all good. Okay, so you got 6 on your first die roll and then 8 on your second. That's 14 plus 4. You got 18 health back. So you should be at 35.
Okay.
That's better. That's definitely better. Still a little wounded, but that's to be expected. 3 hours is not a very long time for you to like recover everything. Seeing that you're mostly ready at 300 hours, you see your friend Six look at you with his one good eye, and then you hear him loudly banging on his side of the wall towards the kid, going, "Hey kid, I'm gonna kill you!" It basically saying all sorts of abusive things that I cannot say on Twitch for legal reasons.
Yeah, and the TOF.
Yes.
Uh,
But essentially, he's antagonizing the kid as much as he could, so that the kid would eventually get mad. And then you see something very, very strange. You've never seen it before. You've seen magic in some of its more pure sense, but this kid, this dark aura just emanates from him, and then he speaks something in a language you've never heard before.
oh,
And the aura of death that clings around him seems to explode outward, blasting a wall, killing Six instantly, but also melting some of the bars that surround all of you together. So not just you, but some of the people around where Six had died, their cells have opened up. The guard, watching over the door, just stands there, not sure if it's in shock or just unsure of what to do. He's just standing there. The hole on the wall is just open, and he's not doing anything to stop you guys. What are you gonna do?
um,
Oh wait, let me go ahead and open the next side. There we go. You're still in your cell.
alright. I'll get out of my cell. Yeah, and then grab the kid and leave.
Grab the kid.
Yes. I would like to grab the kid.
Okay, you go towards the kid, and said kid is still huddled on their side of the cell, even though more than half of it is already destroyed. And in fact, this kid looks like stops looking from beyond its knees now. Now it's just stands up slowly. Its hand still gripping onto its mesh wall. Are you just going to kidnap this kid?
Yes.
All right. Kid will actively attempt to resist you, albeit weakly. Go ahead and roll your strength test. We'll roll for abduction, I suppose.
Yeah! 14 plus 3.
Yeah, I guess I'm rolling for this kid. What the frick? Okay. Surprisingly, the kid is good at squirming away. This is his
Oh.
dexterity roll.
Well, I'm gonna.
Oh, you have inspiration again, by the way.
Oh, right. Uh,
I need to remind you guys when you get inspiration back. But yes. Usually at the end of every at the end of every obstacle, just tell me, do I have my inspiration back, and I'll let you know whether it's back or not.
alright.
But at the end of every obstacle, it usually should be back.
I'll ask the kid if he wants to escape or not.
Again, you can't tell what
Oh,
the
yeah.
gender of this kid is. Their hair is extremely long and shaggy. It's about about the what do you call it, small at their back, so almost to their waist. Honestly, the hair of this kid, and they're still wearing a dark gray smock. Honestly, which they're just gonna ask this kid, "Hey kid, you want to get picked up?"
I mean, hey kid, whether you, no,
Well, while you're thinking about what to say to this kid, the kid stares impassively at you, and then you hear the loudest "bring, bring, bring" out throughout the entire cell.
okay, Um, I don't know.
The people who are around you, the ones who were supposedly Six's companions in this cell break, are already unlocking other cells and or making their way out towards the exit. The
Okay.
guard at the front finally starts moving, and he's marching. He goes and clubs one of the escapees before he could leave, instantly killing him. The blunt club becomes like an actual weapon, and he's now marching towards you because you're the
Okay.
next closest target.
I'll tell the kid. Um, I don't know what they're going to do with you, but this is life or death for you. So, uh, it's up to you if you want to escape or not. I'm going to leave if you don't want to. I mean, you can stay here if you don't want to come with me.
Don't come with me if you don't want to live.
I mean,
All right.
come with me if you want to live and escape from this place. But if you don't want to, then you could just stay.
The kid tilts its head as if it doesn't understand what you're saying, but it seems to get the gist of what you're trying to say, at least based on the situation right now with test subjects running away, some screaming and getting bludgeoned by the guard. Down the hall, towards where the exit is, you hear machinations, like the sound of heavy armor marching about. So it's not just the guard you'll have to deal with if you don't escape now. It'll be whatever heavy muscle is actually deployed in this place.
Okay.
The kid seems to be slowly trying to get down from its cell. Again, like I said, the cell is 3 feet above the ground, and the kid is maybe like that's almost like the kid's height.
Mm.
If you spend time helping this kid, you might not make it out. At least, you might not make it out with everything that you want.
Oh yeah, that's true. Uh, I'll get my stuff.
All right. The guard approaches you and will do a half-hearted attempt at swinging while keeping an eye out to see if anyone else is going to try to kill him. So I'm going to roll a d20 and
Okay.
roll it for disadvantage. Go ahead and gather your stuff though. Wow,
Okay.
that's a good one.
Oh.
15 will still hit. He
Uh.
will do he will do 11 damage to you.
Okay.
Swinging his club wildly around, even though he's at a disadvantage because he's trying to hit more than just one person, he does manage to clip you on the arm and the bruising begins to swell.
All right.
Yep, and you do manage to grab your stuff at least.
And then I'll start heading towards the exit area.
Okay. You take one last glance at the cell before you gallop on away. And the guard seemed intent on chasing you until the kid comes by and touches its leg. And then you see, with your eyes widening, the guard's leg just completely turned to ash. And then the rest of its body writhing on the ground in pain. The kid looks at you, and that's the last thing you see before a strange fleshy creature appears and basically covers up the cell hole. So you're the last one to exit. You could hear the screams of the prisoners behind you, pounding on the wall, trying to get out, but they can't anymore. You're the last one.
All right. Goodbye, kid.
You gallop on throughout the chaos. Some of the test subjects fighting against guards, others just trying to make their beeline towards the exit. You've passed by it several times because you've had the fortune of going to your surgeries, which the master seems to be very intent on helping you, get. So when the prisoners start realizing, oh, wait, maybe she knows exactly where to go, they start following you, but they can't catch up. And unfortunately, the guards are faster than them, but not faster than you. At the very end of the hall, you see something. It looks like the master, but it's not. In fact, it's taller than the master. You see this. A ver, where are you? Did that get in? There you go.
Yeah.
Yet big. There you go.
Whoa.
A creature you've never seen before. Taller than even the master. With long spindly arms, almost like a spider. And a glaive, even taller than itself, stands at the doorway. And the doorway is not very wide, so you'll have to get past this creature. It
Ooh.
looks like it's clad in heavy armor, and its face is a mask of mirth and wrath. A familiar voice echoes from within, and it says, "Mo, Mo, you were the one who orchestrated this escape?"
Heh. Heh heh. Heh heh. I. I. Then kind of did, but at the same time, everybody's dead. And. But at the same. Oh, okay. Yes and no. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, there is a very simple answer to say, Mo, it says in its mechanical voice. You either did it or you didn't. A sort of rough, angry voice comes in from within. So did you do it or did you not?
No comment.
Mm. In that case, be a good girl. Turn around.
No.
You would defy me.
Yes. I've already made it this far. I just want to see my family again.
Your master walks towards you, every clap of its high-heeled feet striking the well-made pavement. Click, clock, and then it stands before you, looks you into the eyes, says, "Do you really think they would be happy to see you?" In that
Maybe.
case, in that case, let life teach you a wonderful lesson, Mo. There is no such thing as family. And in fact, there is so much more you should learn that this testing ground cannot teach. With my blessing, he says, opening the path, please be my guest.
Okay. I shall take my leave then.
Do you have any other parting words?
Mm, I I'll say thank you, master, for helping me out and giving and helping me to gain all this strength and yeah.
Hmm. Well, just so you know, Mo, I will always be Ching.
Wait, what did you say? It kind
I
of
will
cut out.
always be watching you. So with those enigmatic words in hand, I'm gonna have to go and do something for a bit. I'll be back in about 2 minutes. But go ahead and figure out how you want your prologue to be, because on your journey out of there, your master is not the only one guarding this door. You're going to be beaten up on the way out, and that's the reason why you'll have in amnesia on your way back to your place, because this place is yeah, they're going to beat you up, but you're going to somehow barely make it out alive. You're the only one. Anyway, make your own prologue. I'm gonna go open the door.
Alright, so I guess I'm just running away, getting beaten up with very low health, I guess. But I do get con- uh, a concussion at one point, and slowly make my way back to the town I was at before, and before this arena. And yeah, I don't know how to finish it up, but that's the gist of it. I don't know how to explain everything, but yeah. Um, it's been a while since I've last streamed, so I don't know what to say anymore. But I'm actually I'm having fun with this D&D session so far. I'm not the greatest at role playing, but I am currently just learning how to do it. But yeah, I may have to take a break soon. It has been 2 hours, so I shall be right back as well. I'm gonna take a little break and come back. Bloop. Alright. Music.
Okay, I'm back. All right. So, what'd you think of the session? Check one, two.
All right, I'm back.
All
Hello.
right. So that's where we'll end the session for today. That's just your prologue for now. 'Cause, the
All
meat and
right.
potatoes should be done. The second player as well.
All right. Um, I guess. All right. I'm gonna switch over to the just chatting.
Sure, totally go. Do you want me to be there or are you going to talk to your chat?
I'm just gonna talk to chat and then
Understood.
say goodbye to them.
Okay. Well, first off, thank you for playing in this prologue one shot, Nariko.
Yeah.
Uh, Let me know what your thoughts are afterwards.
All
I'd be
right.
more than happy to continue this with hopefully better controlled stuff.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for DMing this campaign.
hmm For our next session, I'm really hoping to do more role playing stuff and give you guys more leeway. I think
All right.
honestly, with just one person, it's a little bit difficult, you
Yeah.
know.
It was a little bit hard to come up with stuff.
All good.
All right.
Anyway, let's entertain next time then.
All right.
All right. This is Vito Gunnhilder. I'll see you guys next time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in a bit. Ciao,
Yes.
ciao.
Bye. Okay. So, I guess thank you everyone who were lurking and everyone who chatted. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow around 11 a.m. I think, to play some Demonology. I mean, Demonologist, which is a horror game, and I will be playing with a friend. And yeah, and to, uh, I hope you guys have a nice day, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for being here, and yeah, and goodbye. See you tomorrow. Do 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 do. Boop. Oh.